Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. You may know me from previous mobile games I've covered, like Monster Strike, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, its sister game, War of the Visions, and Near Reincarnation. And I've gotten a lot of folks asking me what mobile game I would play next, if any. I always answered Musume. And that has been my answer for the last 4 years. 4 years we've been waiting for the global version of this game, can you believe it? I was doubting this would ever get a global release because Cygames just doesn't do that. But here it is, and it is worth the wait. Just to be upfront about it, I'll say right now that I will not cover this game like I did the others. I will not be making like guides or tutorials or tier list rankings. I'll just be playing this for me, casually, and I'm not even going to look at any guides for myself. I'm probably not playing optimally, and that's fine. I'm just going to enjoy this the slow way. Also, I'll be playing free-to-play, so my progress will be slow, and I won't be doing a lot of polls, so I'm pretty limited on what I can even make videos about. But when the mood strikes me, I will make videos, and if you want to see Musume stuff, leave a comment. That may give me some direction. But here I'm showing my first clear of the URA finale story mode. Silent Suzuka I pulled from the Hatcher, and I used the exchange ticket for Simply Rudolph. Those are my only 3 stars. Not bad for being free to play, and not having any whale friends to borrow from. But this last run was pretty much perfect. I got all of my skills to fire. And it's such a relief and a pleasure to see all the skills explained in English. I could muck through it in Japanese, but in English it's just effort-free. But yeah, although I enjoyed playing JP when it debuted a week after Near Reincarnation, there were 2 main reasons why I put it down 4 years ago. The reading and the game system. I thought they would never make a global version, and part of that was because there's so much story and dialogue to translate. Even just to read it, for me, in my head, imperfectly, just so I can get the gist of what was going on, was such a prolonged effort that I had to give it up, and I ended up skipping everything, and that made me sad. But yeah, the localization team did it, and I'm impressed with both the volume and the accuracy of the translation. Some jobs, like even within just this game, I would not want, like translating Simply Rudolph's jokes or Tamomo's Kanto dialect, but they did a decent job with it here. And then there is the gameplay, which also made me drop the game, but not because it was bad, but because it was too good. And I've talked about this before, but it's a simulation game made fun and accessible. Usually simulation games have like niche audiences, and then genres like action or puzzle or strategy are generally what become more popular mobile games, but Musume cracked the code. Playing the original 4 years ago, it was frustrating to have so much text in Japanese, but the moment I decided to quit the game was when I realized how deep the gameplay could get. You could take any racer and, with specific choices of friends and support cards and then buffs that you pick as you go through a career, you could create a veteran racer basically good at anything. Gold Ship is my favorite character. If I had what I needed around her, I could make like a long distance Gold Ship, a wet weather Gold Ship, a front runner Gold Ship. This seemed so awesome with so many possibilities that I forced myself to stop there. But now that we have it in English, I can understand much more, and since I don't have any other mobile game now, I can devote more time to this. But yeah, it's great to be back with Musume. The conceit is ridiculous, but it works and is super popular. And it's because of the presentation and gameplay. Even 4 years after release, the game looks amazing, very cinematically presented, very polished graphics and animations, and just very big characters on screen that really take advantage of the tall screen of mobile phones. It also just feels good to be in the game with colorful, snappy menus and catchy music, and I look forward to diving into the build making, which should be the bulk of the gameplay. But yeah, here is the final race of the career mode, and then with Silent Suzuka, I had like the perfect run here, all of my skills fired off. And I think I enjoy playing characters where like their running style is to immediately shoot to the front and then just maintain it for the entire race. My favorite character, Gold Ship, her style is to kind of hang back, maybe in the last quarter of runners, and then in like the final stretch or the final corner, she'll put on the speed and then pass everyone. And then, although I did beat this this beginning story mode, this URA finale, there's actually 4 trophies that you need to earn. And I earned the medium distance trophy with Silence Suzuka here. But there's still like sprint, which is shorter, and then like long, which is longer, of course. There might be a mile version as well, but I don't know. Yeah, I need to look at the racers that I have, and then see who I can use for each of the 4 trophies. There we go. We got the first place there, and I used 3 continues because I didn't get the perfect combination of skills going off in the previous runs. But yeah, those are my first impressions of the global version of Musume. I am looking forward to more of the game in the future. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.